Hello, good morning, everybody. I'm Philip Solomon from Mission IAS. Okay, my dear guys, in the last lecture, I made you understand each and everything concerning to non-constitutional body on the basis of Planning Commission, like Niti Aayog, which has been replaced by Planning Commission has been replaced by Niti Aayog. Okay, in this episode, you can learn non-constitutional body on the basis of National and State Human Rights Commission. Okay, it means to say this is the second episode of non-constitutional bodies. My dear guys, one by one, what is the clarification and distinguish between both like National Human Rights Commission and State Human Rights Commission? You can get each and everything concerning the different points of view, and which is very beneficial for all of you, that if you are preparing for all of the examinations. Okay, my dear guys, so concerning that, first we have to know one side is National Human Rights Commission, second side will be a State Human Rights Commission, and the comparison between both institution organization will be delivered by me before you. Okay, so first we have to know National Human Rights Commission. What National Human Rights Commission mean to say, why it was established? First, there was a reason to identify and to point out that peoples must not deprived of their rights. Okay, because naturally inborn people have some rights, and those rights must be enjoyed, those rights must be exercised by the people. Okay, whenever people can perceive, people can feel about that their rights are in sufferings, their rights are in the challenges, they can also go through the judiciary, and they can also save and protect their life and their rights also. Okay, so there is the main identifications of that. It mean to say where the rights relating to the peoples on the basis of liberty, on the basis of life, on the basis of equality and dignity, okay, of the individual people, individual guaranteed by the constitution, these rights are always protected and going to be safeguarded from the Indian constitution, like judiciary also. Okay, so this is a part of Human Rights Commission, and this can be delivered for national and center and states also. Okay, my dear guys, so according to this interpretation, first we have to know Human Rights Commission. The National Human Rights Commission is a statutory body first, and it was established by the protections of the Human Rights Act 1993. Okay, mean to say it was established on 12 October 1993, and this derivations is also based on the base of a State Human Rights Commission, but something is changeable there, that we can say a state constituted a State Human Rights, okay, commissions via official we can say gazette notifications. Okay, mean to say a State Human Rights Commission, it can also give some we can say a discount concerning to the all of the ideology which has been perceived by a state government, but a central government is also perceived and implemented to all of the geographical boundary of our country. Okay, so in that criteria, a notification and gazette of the notifications can be clarified by a state government, and it can be included. Okay, whenever we are talking about the subject matter, the National Human Rights Commission deals with the subject mentioned in union lists. Okay, but whenever we are talking about this a State Human Rights Commission, the State Human Rights Commission deals with subject mentioned in a state and concurrent index, a concurrent list. Okay, is it okay? Whenever I'm talking about the composition, the National Human Rights Commission has a composition like chairman. The chairman must be a retired Justice of India. First we have to know, the retired Justice of India must be the chairman of the National Human Rights Commission. Whenever we are talking about the other members, okay, other members, like we can say serving a retired judge of Supreme Court, okay, and serving yeah, we can say serving a retired Chief Justice of a High Court. Yeah, we can say two persons having knowledge and practical experience with the respect of human rights. And sometimes also we can also read about the ex officio members. Okay, the concerned to the ex officio members, like we can say chairman of National Human Rights Commissions. Okay, and those can be brought from the minorities, like scheduled caste, like scheduled tribes, and women also. Okay, so these are the ex officio members of National Human Rights Commission. But whenever we are talking about a State Human Rights Commission, so the composition of a State Human Rights Commission must be a chairman, must be a retired Chief Justice of High Court first. Chief Justice of High Court retired must be the chairman of the State Human Rights Commission. Okay, whenever we are talking about the other members, okay, then the other members serving and retired judge of High Court first, and second district judge in a state with minimum 7 years experience. Those can be, and those can also be appointed as the members of the State Human Rights Commission too. Is it okay? Whenever we are talking about the appointment of National Human Rights Commission, the appointment of National Human Rights Commission must be like I'm talking about the chairman. Okay, so the chairman appointment by President of India. Okay, on the recommendation of a member committee consisting of like Prime Minister, like a Speaker of Lok Sabha, like you can say Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, like you can say leader of opposition in both houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, and conferred human as center, we can say. Last one is center home ministers. Okay, those are the members who can appoint the chairperson of Human Rights Commission. Okay, but whenever we are talking about the State Human Rights Commission, by whom he or she can be appointed, she can be appointed consist of Chief Minister of that particular estates, a Speaker of the Legislative Assembly, like you can say a state of home ministers. Okay, and a leader of opposition in Legislative Assembly. Yeah, okay, Legislative Assembly. Those are the members, and consisting of those members, and the State Human Rights Commission can be appointed. Is it okay? Whenever we are talking about the tenure and period of the National Human Rights Commission, the people, the person, he or she who has been appointed as a chairperson can enjoy and exercise their working period and functions of the 5 years and at last of the 70 years. Okay, and which will be the earlier 5 years or 70 years, and it is same in a State Human Rights Commission also. Whenever we are talking about the removal, okay, removal of Human Rights Commission, National Human Rights Commission, so there is also some we can say procedure. Okay, and procedure we have to study. Like removal, we can say the removal mean to say the president can under following the circumstances. Okay, means the criteria and the authority to remove the Human Rights Commission chairman, it has been authorized to the President of India. Okay, and like whenever people can be proved to be insolvent, first we have to know people who has been appointed as the chairman of a chairperson of the Human Rights Commission, National Human Rights Commission. First, he or she, if is insolvent, then it can be removed. Okay, if he or she in paid employment, okay, in paid employment जिसको हम बोलते हैं लाभ के बाद, okay, then he or she can be removed. Okay, if he or she is infirmity and mind plus body, we can say. Okay, infirmity means weak, eccentric, lunatic. If his or her mind is not working properly, okay, in that criteria can be removed. Okay, unsound minded people can be members, chairperson can be removed. Okay, he or she is sentenced to imprisonment. Okay, also removed. If I'm talking about the he or she has proved misbehavior and incapacity, okay, in that criteria he she can be removed as the chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission. Okay, but whenever we are talking about the State Human Rights Commission, in the State Human Rights Commission, though appointed by the governor, but can be removed by the president. There is a problem. Like a State Public Service Commission's chairperson can be appointed by the governor, but always removed by President of India. Is it okay? So this is also a point to identify about that interpretation. Okay, whenever we are talking about some further reactions and qualifications and further functions of the Human Rights Commission, National Human Rights Commission, then we can get he or she who has been appointed as a chairperson of National Human Rights Commission or a State Human Rights Commission, she is not eligible for further employment. Try to understand. After retirement from the Human Rights Commission, she can't be, could not be an employee to exercise to do any private and government job. Is it okay? Whenever we are talking about the salaries of both, in National Human Rights Commission, you can get it that the salaries and allowances of National Human Rights Commission's member, okay, a person, okay, a chairperson, determined by the central government, whereas in the state, determined by the state government, okay, means the responsibility of the salaries and allowances, remuneration, those can be, we can say, observed and judged by the central government, whereas in the state, a state government. Because what is the salary? Like that, if I'm talking about, then the central allowances must be like to the Chief Justice of India. But in the state, Chief Justice of that particular state, High Courts, it must be enjoyed. Okay. As per the procedure, as per the acts of the government. Okay. Whenever we are talking about the functions, which types of functions can be delivered? Okay. And what is the criteria to do the functions of the National Human Rights Commission and State Human Rights Commission? Actually, what will be the function? Function must be same. Whenever we are talking about the National Human Rights Commission, it will be delivered in the state also. Okay. Some provisions can be delivered. Okay. So if I'm talking about the functions, in the National Human Rights Commission, it inquires, he or she inquires into violation of human rights. Suo motu a petition first. A petition which has been lodged or registered by a people, a person. Okay. Is it right? It is wrong. Yeah, really, the activity and the rights of that particular people really has been deprived or not, exploited or not. After observing and inquiring the main suo motu of the concrete result, this commission can take a steps regarding and against it. Okay. If I'm talking, the chairperson, we can say, National Human Rights Commission also visits jails and detention places. Try to understand. Visits to jail to find out the rights of the people, and detention center. There is also, because each and every people has their fundamental rights, natural rights. Okay, those can be observed by this commission. Okay, and time to time, it also reviews constitutional and other safeguards related to human rights. Okay, it also studying international treaties also. International treaties mean to say, like a foreigner came in India, as per the Indian constitution, some rights have been also bestowed to the people of international. Okay, while he or she is in our particular country, can enjoy as per the human rights. Okay, when it can be deprived of, exploited from the administration, from the we can say livelihood, from different types of misconducts of the people, they can be observed and took place by this commission, and we can also delivered an administrative task concerning to that activities. Okay. Next one, this also undertakes research on human rights. Research on human rights means time to time, as per the need, as per the requirement of something, it can be possible that further rights must be added, and which is not in use, obsolete to do, in that activities can be also eradicated. Overall, the criteria can be observed by the commissions, and what is the need of the upper, even today's arena of the people, it can be added. Okay, so in that criteria, this organization, this commission also go through the review, go through the research. Okay, on the basis of research program concerning to human rights, it can be also implemented, and it can be done by the people, done by our commissions also. Okay. This commission also encourages efforts of non-government organizations, NGO we can say. Okay. Like that, overall, in the sense of conclusion, these functions are recommended, and these functions are also recommended in nature and contact action, because those are held from the people's rights, held from people's authority as per the need. Okay. So these are the total point concerning to national human rights, state human rights, the derivations and real concrete authentic rights of the people, what I made you understand in this series. Okay. In the next episode you can learn further reactions concerning the non-constitutional body and a statutory body. Okay. For this act, this lecture is going to be last before you. Okay. All the best. Thank you.